one person.
We are late, but we are here.
Happy Thursday.
What's going on, everybody? RE Solutions here for our weekly Tidbit Thursday with the whole gang. Everybody wearing their RE Solution shirts except for Bumpy. But it's all
Everybody
good.
Look at him.
It's all good. I mean, team player and all.
Usually I'm the one that's not the team player.
Yeah.
Wow, it's Jab Thursday.
It's Jab Thursday. It goes into Jab Friday. If you don't know what that is, email us and we'll let you know. So anyway, today we are going to be talking about what landlords or rental property owners should do in order to prepare their property for the summer months. We're going to be talking about some of the things that they can do, some of the things that their tenants could do, or they should have their tenants do. So be what? I forgot what I was going to say.
You're going to do the explosion.
Yes.
Stay tuned.
There you go. I'm lost today. Stay tuned. We're back. That was quick. No smoke today.
Yay,
Sorry. No
that's
smoke
sad.
today. But anyway, for those of you who don't know us, we are RE Solutions. We are a residential real estate group. God, I can't talk today. A residential real estate group and property management company who loves to educate and help individuals find solutions for all their real estate needs. And we do that by doing this Tidbit Thursday vlog every week. And we do other seminars in which we will talk about that later on. But today, we're going to be talking about landlords and their responsibilities for getting their properties ready for the summer. So take it away, non-team player.
Good inspiration.
Wow.
Sorry.
We say it's a responsibility, but at the same time, what we're really saying, it's something that you should be doing to keep one of your most expensive assets in good shape. The more money you spend on it, keeping it in good shape, the longer it will stay of higher value to you. So the number one thing, at least for San Antonio, because it's so wonderfully warm here 4 to 5 months out of the year, would be inspecting the HVAC unit of the property, both indoor and outdoor, to make sure it's working at optimum levels. We recommend at least once every 6 months to make sure that it thoroughly gets cleaned out. It gets assessed for enough refrigerant, enough coolant in it, to make sure that the coils are clean, all those kind of things to make sure it's running at its optimum level so that it can last as long as possible for you, right? So
That's true.
the non-team player has spoke. Somebody's going to carry the number 2 because there's 10. There's 10.
We've been hanging out with our 2-year-old grandson, so we're
A lot of time with the grandson.
2.
So there's 10 things we're going over today, and I went over 1. Number 2 will be
Test your smoke detectors. It's a good time of year just to put it on the list when you're doing your spring cleaning and preparing the house for summer, is to go around and test your smoke detectors. So if you have a tenant in there, it's a good time to do a gentle reminder of, hey, let us know. Any batteries need to be replaced? Are they beeping at you? Are they even working?
Yep. And go ahead. Never mind.
What were you going to say?
I don't know. But it's one of those days. Go ahead.
Number 3. Perform yard maintenance. So as you know, San Antonio is always in a drought, and especially with rentals, that is probably one of the top things that renters complain about is they move into a home like our house. One person said it looks like Iraq out there. So
Sorry, I said it.
so
You're the right
yeah.
one.
Yes. So you want to make sure that you're just checking it out for any dead bushes, whatever's in the front, mulching, flowers, grass, all of that, because you do not want it to become the desert.
Right.
Well, it's a good time,
I'm
too.
going to add to that.
I was like, who's responsible for doing
And that's what I was
what?
going to talk to That's what I was going to talk to y'all about. So basically, obviously a tenant is going to be responsible for the yard maintenance, cutting the grass, weeds, things of that nature, minor stuff. But if you are an owner that is very particular on how the exterior of your property looks, you may want to hire a landscaper to go out and actually take care of the yard themselves, so that you don't have that responsibility put on the tenant. Now, as far as bushes and plants and stuff like that, unless you get a tenant that loves gardening, don't expect your plants to be alive once they move in, right? So I would not set up a property with expensive bushes or perennials or little house plants or things of that nature. Yes, it looks great when they're about to move in, but once again, if they're not a gardener, they're not going to keep that up. So, but there are plenty of things that you can do in the yard that is low maintenance for a tenant, and it'll continue to look good. So you can do the xeriscape. You can do, obviously you would have to talk to your HOA about it,
Right.
but you can do xeriscape. You can do the, what's it called? Those type of plants.
Drought resistant.
Yeah, drought resistant plants and stuff like that, or little cacti kind of things and stuff like that.
If you're not familiar with xeriscape, it's essentially rock art in the yard to take the place of having grass in that area. It tends to be very popular amongst the Southwest.
Right. And it's coming to San Antonio. A lot of people are doing it here in San Antonio because a lot of Californians are coming here.
My question is, like we had a little bit of a freeze this winter, and I've noticed some of my plants didn't make it. Some of the bushes were hurt. Who's responsible for bushes and trees? And
that's going to be the owner's responsibility.
Okay.
So,
we just recently had an owner.
Yes, we do have an owner right now from one of our properties that all her bushes in the front died due to the freeze. But she had already stated too that at the beginning they weren't looking that great either. So now that I'm thinking about it, we can say it's an owner responsibility, but it's really dependent on the situation too. Because if there's a freeze coming and the tenant can actually cover up the bushes or the plants or whatever with some plastic or whatever, that's still their responsibility.
Oh, okay.
So it may be,
but that freeze,
right?
Like we know, even if you did cover,
that
plants
wasn't
still.
Good. And that's why I said it's on a case by case basis. We would have to look at it and stuff like that. It's kind of just like if they were to prune the bushes themselves and they prune too much of the bush and the bush dies, that will be a tenant responsibility, right? So once again, it's up to the property manager to decide, and not really the property manager. Basically, we send out a vendor, and the vendor is like, yeah, these bushes were killed because they over pruned it, or obviously we knew these other bushes were killed because of the freeze and stuff like that. So anyway, enough about yard maintenance.
Yes, number 4.
So number 4, it says insulate the rental property. This is something that you're going to do prior to moving a tenant in. Obviously, when you're just working on the property or getting the property prepped for new tenants or a tenant whatsoever, it's not something that you need to do every year, but it is something that you should look at every year. Go into the attic and check out the insulation in your attic, because the insulation does compact as time goes by, and the more it compacts, the less efficient it actually is. And the less efficient it is, then obviously the heating bills and the AC bills are going to be higher. And it's obviously going to be for the tenants because they're paying that bill, but you want to be able to help those tenants out with some of that. So it also goes to when you go to sell the property, because a lot of investors will eventually sell their property and get a newer property. That's like one of the top things that buyers will want if there's not enough insulation. So to just keep up with this, so it's not a bigger cost later on down the road.
Yeah. And I think too, you're looking at your seams around the windows and the doors.
Right.
And that's part of what a property management company will do when they go out to inspect, is take pictures of stuff like that to let you know, is it in need of servicing or is it still good?
Yep. To just help you keep that property at its highest value.
Yeah.
It should always stay in the best value possible for
Yes.
yourself.
Agreed.
So next one, number 5.
Five.
Bye.
Five alive.
That be you?
Oh, it's me. Clean the ductwork. So we talked about cleaning out the HVAC and keeping that up to date. However, with time, moisture inside of a property can have some mild mildew in locations. And one of the first places it's going to accumulate is throughout the ductwork of the property, since it's constantly changing from heat to cold, everything back and forth like that. So that can potentially be a little costly, but it's less costly if you're doing it more often as a preventative measure than when you have to do it.
So is it something that should be done like annually or what?
Something-
Because we've never.
Yeah. So if you're getting your AC service, which is something that we suggest that you get done at least twice a year, right before winter starts, right before the hot season, you get the AC service. Normally, the AC people will take a quick look inside the ducts and stuff like that. They're not going to check every single duct, but they'll check the major areas to see if there's anything, and from that they can tell if the ducts need to be cleaned or not. So it's a service that gets combined with the regular. Yeah. So number 6.
6. We're moving along. We're doing so good.
No worries.
Next.
Right. The list recommends that you prepare your outside amenities. So go outside, check out your driveways and your patios. Look for any cracks small cracks that could be repaired ahead of time, and just make sure that everything is functioning outside. Especially those spigots, the water spigots. Those are the ones that
Yeah, when
tend
they
to start spraying out water.
they start leaking and stuff like that, or they start getting loose. The handles start getting loose.
Yeah,
from that.
that's very common. And again, a property management company, when they go out to do their inspections, will look at things like that for you. If you have a pool and it's part of your lease to maintain the pool as for the owner, then it's a good time to go out and have them do like a good inspection on the pool. Make sure everything is functioning properly and there's no new cracks.
Get the pool ready for summer.
Yep.
Woo, woo.
Start cleaning out all them leaves that I have to do in my pool. There's a lot of leaves.
Well, we keep cleaning ours out and they just keep falling.
I
Right
know.
now, so
Well, the pollen's all over the place.
Yes.
Right
Oh, gosh. All right,
Make 'em
number
out first.
7. Number 7. So this is great. Perform general repairs. So for us, we do assessments on our properties. We are looking for things that we want to let the owners know. Things such as we're looking at the roof. We're looking at the outside for wood rot. We are looking for any electrical outlets that may, it's just different things, general maintenance. Mm-hmm. And if again, a lot of owners do, they're like, oh, if it's not broken, maintain it, because you are going to want to sell your property at some point. And these little things add up so quickly. Mm-hmm. And the tenant that's living in there is happier because you're keeping up with the property, and a happier tenant will pay more rent every year
and will stay longer.
Yes.
Will be much willing to stay longer.
Yeah. So it's so yes. Okay, number
8.
I'm
going to combine 8 and 9 because it's pretty much the same.
Kind of the same, yeah.
So we don't have basements here in San Antonio, but we do have attics, right? So it is a good time to go up there and inspect your attic to make sure that there's nothing up there that's not supposed to be up there. Kind of like raccoons, squirrels, pests. Actually, I have a squirrel living in one of our little eaves right now that I need to close up. I was being nice and let him stay. I didn't evict him yet because it was cold, but now the summer months are coming.
Warmer.
So yeah, he's going to get evicted here. But yeah, you should go up into the attic and just look at the attic. Once again, you can look at the insulation while you're up in the attic. But basically, you're looking for any holes, any intrusions that you may see from any animals that have come into your house during the winter and stuff like that, and get those sealed up. When it comes to pests, you're looking to see if there's any rodents. Sometimes there are mice or rats that get into the attic because of either tree limbs or or branches that are growing over your property, and they can easily get into your attic because they would just want a warmer place during the winter. Outside, obviously, there's going to be the yearly bug that I say comes in San Antonio. Every year there's a new bug. It seemed like the last 2 years have been mosquitoes, but before that was locusts, and wasn't locusts?
No.
But before that,
Cicadas.
cicadas. Yeah,
Don't say
cicadas.
locusts. That's
Sorry.
biblical.
Sorry.
Like
Cicadas,
world
and
is
then,
ending.
and then of course flies, and then the red wasps and all that stuff. So you just gotta be cognizant of that. You start looking around, looking for wasp nests and stuff like that. And these are things that you can tell your tenant to obviously look for. But depending on what the pest is, it's either going to be a tenant responsibility or an owner responsibility. For me, if there is a wasp nest that a tenant can easily get, then it's going to be their responsibility. But if it's something that's high up, I'd rather get somebody or myself go out there and take care of it myself. That way I know nothing is happening to a tenant. Because we've been to the emergency room once for somebody that got bit by or stung by a red wasp, and that wasn't cool.
Everybody look at her.
It wasn't
Still
cool.
hurts.
And you know, you don't want your tenants to be calling you saying that their child was stung by a wasp because they couldn't reach the wasp nest, kind of thing. So anyway, that's 8 and 9. I did too.
Woohoo! And number 10.
It really is just an accumulation of everything else discussed. So anything we did not mention, if you even think that it has been a while since the outside has been painted, if you don't have brick or stone, it has been a while.
I don't think he meant it as a joke, but okay.
I mean, I was like, the gutters of the property. It has been a while. Maybe get them cleaned out. It's been a while since I've had the electric outlets on the outside of the property assessed to make sure that they're working right. Just anything that just comes with just natural home care and maintenance to make sure that the property is running at its peak condition. Once again, peak condition means increased or better value for you long term for your rental property. So that's it.
all.
That's it.
Wow, look at
Nice and
us.
quick this week.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
17 minutes. But anyway, just FYI, we are doing our home buyer seminar. Hopefully the end of this month on what's today? The 23rd, April 23rd on Saturday at 11 a.m.
23rd or the 30th?
The 23rd.
Okay.
Oh wait, was it the 30th? It was the 30th.
It's the 30th is the last.
Yeah.
It's the last Saturday of the month, the 30th.
Yeah.
Though we moved it up.
Nope. The
So-
30th, everybody.
The 30th.
Well, I sent Chris the 23rd.
Oops. We'll fix that.
Anyway, we will put the information out, but we will be doing our home buyer seminar, hopefully at Fairnon, hopefully on a Saturday, hopefully either the 23rd or 30th, and hopefully we'll be there. So I gotta learn. So anyway, just look out for that. We're gonna be posting that on Facebook. So please register for that event. We do look for registration through Eventbrite, and you should be able to just click on it and take you straight there to go ahead and put your name and number. And then we are coming back with our regular seminars, our home buyer our home seller seminars, our landlord seminars in person in May. We're trying to do them virtually this month because of all the things that were going on, but we're going back to in-person seminars starting next month.
Want to see your beautiful faces.
Yeah, exactly. So any other questions, comments, concerns?
I think we're
No.
good.
No, I think
We're buying new shirts, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna get new shirts. Bumpy will have extra, so he doesn't have to blame laundry anymore. So anyway,
I didn't blame you.
anyway, y'all have a great
He
week.
just wanted to wear red today. That's all.
Okay.
It looks good on him. That's why he's like, I look good in red.
I do.
The red is reflecting off of Belinda, though.
I know. I do reflect a lot.
Anyway, y'all have a great week, and we will see you next week. Next week we'll be discussing Oh, our stats, monthly stats are next
Yep.
week. So
yay.
Let's see
be
what's
on for
happening in San Antonio area.
yeah. So once again, make sure you
Might have wine out here for all of us.
make sure you follow us and like us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, all that good stuff, and our YouTube channel. And we will see you next week. All right.
Bye.
Bye.